Welcome to the deep dive. Ever feel like you're just drowning in tasks? Stuff that takes up time and energy each week.
Oh, absolutely. Things that maybe someone else could actually handle.
Exactly. Whether it's at work, maybe home stuff, even your own personal goals like health or learning,
Yay.
and learning how to delegate well. It can genuinely free up so much mental space. Reduce stress, too.
And let you focus on the bigger picture stuff, right?
Yeah.
Health, wealth, growth, family, whatever really matters to you.
Precisely. So today, our mission is pretty focused. We're digging into a really interesting resource.
Yeah, we want to pull out some practical, actionable steps, stuff you can use to get better at delegating.
And the source for this deep dive.
It's How to Delegate Effectively. Master, Document, Train. It's by Obsidian A. Freeman from Fazioli Publishing.
Okay, Freeman. Master, document, train. Sounds like a clear plan.
It really is a solid framework for, well, getting strategic about handing tasks off, taking back some control over your time and energy.
Right. So let's break it down. Step 1, master the task yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Now, my first thought, honestly, is wait, if I learned something I'm just going to give away. Seems
Right.
like extra work up front.
Yeah, it does feel a bit like that sometimes, doesn't it? But what Freeman argues, and I think it's spot on, is that this initial mastery is actually key.
Key how?
Well, you gain real insight. You understand what good looks like for that task. You learn the pitfalls, the tricky bits, how long it really takes.
Ah, okay. So it's not just about knowing the steps, but understanding the whole context.
Yeah.
The potential problems.
Exactly. You're building like an intuition for it. You need that mental model before you can effectively teach it or, troubleshoot if something goes wrong later.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
You can't guide someone if you don't know the terrain yourself.
Right. And the book uses a good example about health.
Oh, yeah?
It suggests like getting a handle on basic meal planning yourself, maybe simple workouts, before you try to delegate something like meal prep to someone else.
Okay, so you know what a healthy meal actually involves, what kind of effort is needed.
Precisely. So you can give much clearer instructions, set realistic expectations.
Got it. And Freeman includes a key question here, right?
Yeah, it's a good one. Have I spent enough time understanding and mastering this task so I can teach it to someone else?
That really forces you to check yourself. Do I really get this well enough?
It does. It's about setting the other person up for success, not just dumping the task.
Okay, so step 1, master it. Then
Okay.
what? Step 2 is documentation.
Documentation. Yes. After you've got that mastery, you need to capture the how-to in a way that's, well, crystal clear and repeatable.
Why is writing it down so vital? Can't I just tell them?
You could, but documentation ensures consistency. Think about it. Memory fades, instructions get garbled in retelling.
True.
A good document is a stable reference point. It ensures the task gets done the same way to the same standard, hopefully, whoever is doing it. It's like your quality control mechanism.
Okay, so how do you make good documentation? The source mentions a few things.
Yeah, it breaks it down nicely. First, simple, specific, step-by-step instructions. Like, really simple. Assume nothing.
No jargon they wouldn't know.
Exactly. And then visuals are huge. Screenshots, maybe flowcharts for complex stuff, even short video tutorials.
Oh, video. Interesting.
Yeah,
That could make things much clearer than just text.
definitely. And crucially, Freeman says, include the expectations. What's the desired outcome? What are the deadlines? What standards are you looking for?
Right, so it's not just the how, but the what and by when. Prevents guesswork and disappointment later.
Absolutely. Misunderstandings happen so easily otherwise.
The examples help here. Like, for business, maybe documenting your brand voice for social media.
Yeah, or the posting schedule, the metrics you track, all that detail.
Or at home, the classic chore chart.
Right. What the task is, when it needs doing, maybe what the reward or allowance is. It details everything.
Okay, so the key question Freeman poses for this stage.
Is this documentation clear enough that a beginner could follow it and succeed?
A beginner. That's a high bar.
It is, but it forces you to be really thorough. If a total novice could do it based on your document, then you've probably nailed it.
Okay. Master it, document it. Then comes step 3.
Train and empower.
Right. This isn't just handing over the instructions, is it?
No, it's much more active than that. Training is about transferring that knowledge you gained in step 1, sure, but it's also about building their confidence.
And empowering them. What does that mean in practice?
It means giving them ownership,
Yeah.
helping them feel capable and responsible for the task. Freeman highlights explaining the why.
The why.
Yeah, why does this task matter? How does it fit into the bigger picture? When people get the purpose, they're usually much more motivated, more invested.
Makes sense. Then there's the actual showing them how.
Exactly. You demonstrate the process using that documentation you created as your guide. Walk them through it.
And then let them try.
Yes, hands-on practice is key. While you observe, provide feedback, constructive feedback, obviously. Like coaching, really.
Okay. And encourage questions.
Definitely. Create a safe space for them to ask anything. No stupid questions. And celebrate the wins, even small ones.
And mistakes. They're going to happen.
Of course. Frame them as learning opportunities, not failures. That builds resilience.
The book uses an example here too, right? Something about household finances.
Yeah, like delegating budgeting or tracking expenses, maybe even basic investment research within a family.
So you're training family members, empowering them to contribute financially, not just telling them, don't spend money.
Exactly. It's collaborative.
And the key question for this training stage.
It really sums it up. Am I empowering this person to succeed and feel confident in their ability to complete the task?
Confidence is crucial. If they don't feel confident, they'll probably keep coming back to you or avoid the task altogether.
Precisely. The goal isn't just offloading work, it's building capacity in others.
So this master document train approach, it sounds solid, but Freeman also talks about the results, the ripple effect.
Yes. And this is where it gets really compelling, I think. It goes beyond just, ticking boxes off your to-do list.
How so? What kind of ripples are we talking about?
Well, think about how effective delegation impacts different life areas. Your health, for instance.
Okay.
If you delegate grocery shopping or meal prep, like we mentioned, maybe some cleaning, that frees up time, right? Time you could use for exercise or rest or hobbies, things that boost your well-being.
Right. Direct time saving for health. Makes sense. What about wealth?
You could delegate things like researching investment options, maybe managing rental properties, or even admin tasks for a side hustle.
Ah, so you multiply your efforts. Focus on the higher value stuff.
Exactly. You leverage other people's time and skills to build your wealth more effectively.
Interesting. And knowledge. How does delegation impact that?
Well, if you delegate tasks that involve learning or problem solving, you're actually fostering a learning culture. People gain new skills, knowledge gets shared.
So it's not just you learning, it's the whole team or family growing.
And that ties into family, too. Delegating chores or responsibilities builds teamwork, accountability, shared purpose.
And for businesses, it seems obvious, but
It's fundamental for scaling, isn't it? Good delegation lets leaders step back from the day-to-day operations and focus on strategy, growth, the big picture.
so the main takeaway from this ripple effect idea is
That delegation, done right, isn't about losing control. It's actually about gaining more control over your overall direction and achieving bigger goals by being more efficient and strategic with where your own energy goes.
and that master document train method is the key to doing it confidently.
That's the core argument, yes. It
Yeah.
provides the structure to delegate well.
Okay, let's quickly recap the actionable steps from Freeman then.
Sure. 1, master the task yourself. Really understand it.
2, document the process, make it crystal clear, like for a beginner.
And 3, train and empower the person. Explain the why, show them how, support them, build their confidence.
Master, document, train.
Got it. And Freeman finishes with a practical challenge, which I quite like.
Oh yeah, what's that?
Just identify one task this week. Something maybe small, maybe annoying, that you could try delegating using this method.
Start small, build momentum.
Exactly. See how it feels. Experience the benefit firsthand.
That's a good call to action.
Yeah.
And it leads to a final thought, maybe something for you, the listener, to consider. How could strategically delegating, even, those seemingly minor tasks, how could that shift your time and focus over the next few weeks or months?
Right. If you weren't quite so bogged down in the weeds.
What new doors might open up? What bigger things could you tackle?
That's a powerful question to sit with.
Definitely something to think about. And remember, these insights came from
How to Delegate Effectively. Master, Document, Train by Obsidian and Freeman, published by Fazioli Publishing.
a great resource if you want to dive deeper into reclaiming your time.